Hello Libra, how are you doing? Welcome to your weekly reading with me. This is going to be for next week, so the week starting the 23rd of June. I've just kind of woken up, guys, so my voice might be a little bit croaky, but bear with me. All right, my angels, we're going to dive into your reading. All right, so first I like to start with the sound bowl. You can skip ahead if you would like, but just to take a deep breath in. Okay, I'm ready. I don't know about you guys, but let's start. So, always with oracles. All right, let's see, please, Spirit, for the Librans for the week ahead. I'm seeing 10:10 on the clock. So, some of you guys could be closing out old cycles. All right, you got two cards. Orphaned energy, which is usually the feeling of not having a lot of people around, right? It's like a lack of support system. Okay, some of you could be feeling quite lonely. Maybe you're wanting love or wanting loyal people. That could be friends, right? Just support system. Or you could be feeling lonely even though this is in your life, right? If you are in a love relationship, some of you could still be feeling this lack within. If that's the case, it's probably coming from other past events, so that might need to be healed. But I'm gonna figure that one out. So as I was saying, orphaned is kind of a sad card. It's a sad card. It's just she feels not good enough. I mean, she looks like she's in a wedding dress, so it's a sense of abandonment, right? Okay, so some of you could be grieving again a relationship or a lack thereof, right? All right, I'm gonna see the rest of the cards, but clearly it's pertaining to love and people. Okay, what else for the Librans out there? Anything else for the week ahead? Oop. So that is the door to value. Let me go pick it up. Okay, door to value. I'm going to show you this one up close. So this is good. All right. So some of you guys could be increasing your wealth, increasing your finances, feeling a bit more abundant these days, or at least the doors are opening up to it, which is good. So I feel like what seems to be a struggle for you right now is just to do with love or people. And again, it's within you. Orphaned energy is a sense of abandonment. So even though it's a not just a belief system. I mean, some of you could be struggling with that, right? If you're already in a relationship or wanting a relationship, there is this fear of being abandoned. Okay, that needs to be. I think I've said this a few times. It comes up quite a bit in your readings, but let's see what else is going on for you. Then I'm gonna get a theme for you guys for the week. Let's just sort these out. All right, let's see. All right, Spirit, let's see. What is the main theme for this week for Libras? For the Libra, the Tower card. Okay, main theme is a shakeup during this time. I'm going to clarify for sure. Let's just put that little booty away. Let's see. So definitely is a card of separation or a big shakeup in your life, right? Sometimes the Tower card is not so scary, so I'm just going to clarify it to figure it out. Why is this the energy or the theme? Okay, the Star, another naked card. Come on, guys. It's about healing. So I feel like this is about healing, potentially, again, shakeups that have happened in your life, no matter how far away they were. I do get the sense that this could be past for some of you. This could be something that's recently happened, but either way, major arcana cards as your themes represents that this is quite important for your soul's journey. What created the Tower? Can I know? The Five of Swords, interesting. So this is a card of conflict and defeat and argument, a falling out. What is this about? The Four of Wands. Again, it could, for some of you, could be pertaining to certain goals that you had that you didn't reach, right? Because of potentially some troubles over there. Five of Swords, conflict. Probably because of somebody else, most likely when the Five of Swords comes in. Or the Four of Wands, again, could be someone that you were together with, right? Four of Wands can usually represent marriage or engagement or someone that you had a close connection to. Okay, so the main part of this is healing that. So any advice around that? The Six of Swords is about moving on, okay? Moving towards calmer waters. So that says that you're moving towards better connections for those who have been through separation. you're getting more stable in the future, right? Because if we think about this being your healing journey right now, it might be a bit rocky, but you're moving towards calmer waters. Things won't rock the boat as much as they might have been lately. Okay, that's good. Anything else with the star? The Four of Swords, interesting. Now, of course, again, it represents healing, so they're just emphasizing that, right? Paying attention to your health and your own personal mental health, physical health, spiritual health, all that stuff is something that you're being called to focus on. But this jumping on top of the daughter value, I wonder if whilst you're healing, these doors are opening up for you in terms of your career and material world. So that's pretty cool. Let's put all this away. I'm going to put this over here, just cover the booty again. All right, let's dive into your spread. You guys gave me some really good feedback about last week's spread, so I'm gonna do it again. So let's see how you're showing up during the week. The energy of Libra. Two of Pentacles. So you are busy. I see you juggling potentially 2 jobs, or just you're very busy in this area. Again, sorting out finances because it's Pentacles. I'm going to say that that's the main area. But for a lot of you, it's really just, you're just trying to work out your stability in life, right? Two of Pentacles always does say make sure you're paying attention to your feelings and emotions, because usually in the background the storm is brewing. So again, you definitely want to deal with your feelings and heal those, and not just stay busy for the sake of ignoring your feelings, but to actually process them at the same time. So a bit of a juggling act, to be honest, but let's clarify. Let's see what else. Okay, Hanged Man, interesting. Needing to look at life through a different lens. The Hanged Man is a kind of stagnant or delayed card. So let's see, what are they waiting for or feeling stuck by? The Orphaned energy. Now, of course, some of you could, again, be increasing your finances. We have good news around that, so I'm not going to dwell too much on it. Five of Pentacles, again, can be a lack, abandonment, feeling left out in the cold in life. So even though, again, I see that you're juggling things, working on things, there is this element of feeling a bit stuck still. Probably because of love life, or, yeah, to do with people. And the Two of Pentacles in particular, what are they working on? Jumping on top of finances again. A lot of you guys are working on, again, career, right? Page of Wands. I feel like maybe you've just started something new for some of you, or again, Page of Wands. It's a page, so it's kind of like it's kind of new, and it's passionate. Whatever you guys are doing, maybe you've just had a good idea or heard about something, so now you're working on something here. Like I'm seeing juggling. So yeah, I just feel like there's some good news in that. And again, you guys are showing up as a Page of Wands in your career, which again, it feels like you're feeling quite passionate about something and you're learning about it. And yeah, it feels good. Okay, well, that's kind of good. Let's then see the energy of the week. Eight of Pentacles, a lot of finances. Look, 2 to the 8 is a 10, right? So you're definitely working on your abundance. Love that. Again, we're going to look into it. So the energy of the week is that you're very busy, but the good thing is the work that you put in comes back out to you. You guys are definitely opening the door to abundance because you're working very hard for it. Why is that 8 of Pentacles? The energy, interesting. 4 of Pentacles. Some of you are definitely working on or needing to work on finances, like saving, should I say. The Devil being here in the 4 of Pentacles is a little bit of like a fear or a lack mentality in terms of finances. So I just feel like they're highlighting that for that to be, maybe that's also where you have a bit of an abandonment wound there too. The 4 of Pentacles is this feeling that you need to hold on or hold back. And the Devil, can I understand what the 4 of Pentacles is doing here? It can be a stubborn energy at times. So whatever this is, so 4 of Pentacles and the Devil, some of you, I mean, maybe you've changed job, for example, or because the Devil and the 4 of Pentacles could be someone else, like a boss, right? A position of authority in some way, being stubborn on what they're giving to you. So maybe you changed that and now you're working hard in other areas. 8 of Pentacles showing up again with the Strength card, really good for courage and strength. And even if you're tired, you're pushing through. I like that for you because you are going to get results here. And the Death card represents change, which is good to clarify the 4 of Pentacles and the Devil, because this is a very stuck energy and limited energy. So I like this a lot. I wonder if you're just changing the way that you're doing your work or doing your finances or whatever your stability is, whatever you're working on, a project, whatever it is. And that change is a very good change. I think you're letting go of ego when it comes down to career and finances. And I don't know why or how that might show up for you, but I'm just saying, because the Four of Pentacles usually is like, he's holding on so tightly to these pentacles, and that's actually the thing that's preventing his growth. And the devil being there, of course. I mean, some of you, maybe the devil could be that, you know, some spending habits could be a bit frivolous, or the devil again could be temptations, or yeah, I'm just seeing it like that. So you're changing. The Eight of Pentacles to me is showing a bit of a flow, but we're going to dive into career and finances later. So I think it's good here. It's just representing a change, which is awesome. I like to say that. Again, you're getting a lot of results for the work that you're doing. So keep getting at it. All right, let's see. What is Libra's energy in the near future? The Four of Swords. So still healing. That Five of Pentacles is lingering on the bottom of the deck, by the way. So still that abandonment energy that you're still going to be healing, okay? The Four of Swords is again taking time out for health, healing, maybe needing a vacation, or again just to take things easy in the future. The Four of Swords, Hanged Man again, so it's still lingering. And because it's the Hanged Man, it feels like there's and yeah, and that's about waiting. What are you waiting for? What is Libra waiting for in terms of their healing journey? The Empress. I'm hearing to be love and to be loved, and the Sun card being there. I mean, the Empress could be pregnancy, right? That could be something you guys might be struggling with for some. But the Empress is all about love. It's your energy, by the way, Libra, I have to say, because she's ruled by Venus, so are you. So it's Venusian, which is all about beauty, right? And the Empress is all about flow and abundance. But in terms of love, because this was coming up about that, I feel like it's about being seen on a very high level, right? Because the Empress is not just a queen, she's all four queens combined, right? She has all the beautiful elements of all of them. So I feel like this is a matter of how you want to be approached in love, or who you want to be to feel like you're deserving of it, right? But you're already the Empress, right? You just need to show up as it and remove any of the fears that might be kind of blocking the way. But let's see. I mean, some of you could be waiting for this person to come into your life, right? But I feel like this is more, she's comfortable where she is, right? By the way, the Empress doesn't really need anyone. She just has her in the universe and this beautiful flow of life and nature around her. So I feel like that might be something that we might be needing, because you're waiting for something. Now, the Hanged Man is good in a way that by waiting or observing, we can see things through a different lens. And I feel like that's something you might need to do. So you're healing this to do with love, but anything else I need to know about that? What is thank you, the Hanged Man. So what they want you to see differently is that you don't need anyone to completely complete you. I'm sure you know that already. The Nine of Pentacles is about loving who you are and where you are right now. Like, this is a very independent card, regardless of being in a relationship. Some of you might be missing this element of independence, or needing to focus on being completely fine on your own, right? In your own space. Because the Nine of Pentacles, she's just living her life in her garden here. She's got all this abundance that she's built around her. She's embracing the snail's pace of life, like not needing to rush things. So I feel like that's an energy they want you to look at it a little bit differently. Okay. Well, all right, let's then look at your recent past with something that you've been through lately. The Hermit, bit of a dark night of the soul here, especially with the Ten of Swords. That definitely could have been due to some sort of ending. We got Virgo energy, and the Five of Swords, which would again be that kind of conflict or defeat that you have felt in the past that kind of felt like a lot. I mean, Ten of Swords, Five of Swords. I want to get that 10 out here because this definitely speaks of, so maybe some conflict kind of felt like the straw that broke the camel's back a little bit here. So even though it's a 5, I feel like it hurt so much that it became a 10. And the Hermit, interesting. So a lot of darkness here and difficulty. So what is the Five of Swords about here? Lovers. Okay, so for some of you it is in terms of relationships, feeling a bit defeated in terms of love, in terms of people, maybe in terms of choices, feeling like you made the wrong choices because of some conflict or defeat. And the Hermit, The Hermit, oh, in reverse is a little bit of depression, right? That's how I see it, a bit of numbness. And the Temperance, though, is about bringing harmony. So you've gained a lot of wisdom along your journey. Don't forget that. Sometimes, heavy is the head that wears the crown. I think that sometimes wisdom comes with a lot of responsibility and a lot of heaviness at times, especially when you've gone through the darkness of life. That can definitely be like very heavy to carry. But Temperance coming through is a really nice reminder of balancing things and bringing back harmony to your world. So this is interesting. Needing to take some time out, which I think Spirit is saying here, to really actually address something of the past. Because again, as I said, I don't think it's fully healed from or addressed. Okay, and the Ten of Swords, what came to an end? The Star. What came to an end? Six of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is like a solid opportunity. Again, it can be finances and career, but some of you, it could even be a soulmate, because Six of Cups is here. So something that was the Star card as well, something that was a hope for you, something that you really, really wanted. And the Six of Cups, something that was you felt was very aligned to you, just because it's a connection, right? It's like, it feels good with the Six of Cups being there. So yeah, whatever came to an end is something that clearly was quite good. These are good cards. Or that you felt was quite good. But the Five of Swords again does speak more about an argument. So can I see a bit more what the Five of Swords represents here? King of Wands, it could be a fire sign. Leo, Sag, Aries. What is this argument? The Ten of Swords. Well, it's something came to an end, right? Six of Cups, to do with someone of the past, or again, a soulmate. Can I know what caused it or not? Hanged Man. I think this is again speaking about this as something that you've not fully moved on from, okay? Like there's still some knowledge to gain about this that might help you be able to move forward with your life, okay? Something of the past, right? An argument, maybe someone said some words that really got to you and now you've not been able to forget about it, for example. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, sorry, like it's super wonky. Okay, let's see what the challenges are for Libra during this week. Thank you. King of Swords, so being in a very logical position could be a bit tough for you. And the Knight of Wands, which is a beautiful card, by the way. So I feel like it's just a challenge to get your mojo back again, or to feel a bit more passionate. Let's see. Knight of Wands can also be about like expansion, right? Being more passionate about things that you're doing. Could be around education or learning some things. There could be some challenges around that. Why is the Knight of Wands a challenge? Strength. I think it is about like being strong enough to pursue your passions and to be optimistic about it, right? Especially if you felt some defeat in the past. It could be again making you feel a bit scared about pursuing things in the future. But the Strength card being here feels quite nice. So it says you just need some courage because you are going to have success. What is this pertaining to? The Empress. Kind of pursuing the Empress. Now that again could be a person for some of you, but for a lot of you I think it's a way of being, right? So the Knight of Wands feels like the journey towards the Empress, about abundance, feeling more connected to spirit. So Knight of Wands is a Sagittarius card, which is also ninth house energy in astrology, which can really go around your spirituality or your belief system as well. So you could be really expanding that or connecting a bit more or trying to get your passions back up. But why is this a challenge then? Okay, that same energy. There's something here that's keeping you blocked or stuck. Again, pertaining to money or finance, what you're putting your time and energy to. You guys could be stuck on some addictions. You could be stuck on something that just isn't giving you the energy to open up, okay? It could be distracting you again. It could just be you're holding on to this devil energy, something of the past, someone who might not be good for you, or some temptation or something. I don't know. It feels, I'm hearing dramalicious. I don't know why. But I mean, that could be tempting to hold on to something, right? To hold back rather than to outgrow something and to move forward with it and to, live up to the standards that you hold for yourself. So sometimes it's easier to hold on or hold back. So that's something they want you to let go of. That's blocking you from being in your most ambitious, expansive, passionate, optimistic self. So why is the King of Swords in a challenge position as well? The Nine of Wands. Have your guard up a bit here. So I feel like because that kind of came up a bit reversed with the Four of Swords, I think it's about learning how to put your guard down at times. Because the Nine of Wands is a wounded warrior. So I feel like they're saying you don't want to show up as a wounded warrior because you've not fully healed from something. King of Swords, you are an air sign, so I have to say this is you. It's about kind of like you have a sword, you know the truth, you know what you're looking for, you know what you're not. So if something comes across you that you don't really like or agree with, then you have the truth in your hands to kind of cut things out or to speak your mind. So instead of coming at it in a way of fear, because this is fear, coming at it in a way of like, okay, I've learned, I've kind of leveled up to this position of authority in my life for what I've been through. He's got armor, he doesn't, he's still wounded, he's not, right? So it's kind of like, that's what I'm seeing there. Anything else about this challenge? Two of Swords, interesting. It's about making a decision. So that's your challenge during this time, is making quite big decisions in your life to cut things out. And the Lovers card showing up again could be about love, for example, again. If it's about love, why is this something they're cutting out? Death card. It's kind of giving outgrowing a situation, for sure. With the Death card being here and the Six of Wands, because this is about transformation. You're going through a big change in your life. Six of Wands is about going out there and getting more attention, to be honest, but it's also about victory and success. So I wonder if something's been holding you back or keeping you hurt. Like I said, it's been Six of Wands and a Knight of Wands might as well be the same thing, right? Because I see them as optimistic, gaining victory, expanding, growing, getting attention, recognition, all that stuff. So I feel like, again, I think you're understanding that maybe your focus on something or someone has been holding you back. So King of Swords stepping into that energy, could be dealing with a Gemini, so that you can actually be free of something and heal it, okay? Whatever that means to you. Next, we have advice from Spirit. So let's see what they have to say about that. What is the advice that you have, please, for Libra? Nine of Wands, so very similar to what I just said, letting go of being the wounded warrior here, healing that, whatever you need. I'm going to clarify though. What's the advice for Libra that you have? The Four of Pentacles, so we also had that too with the Devil, didn't we? So the Ten of Cups being on the bottom of the deck here is really nice, because I feel like this is like what you will achieve after you've done all this stuff. So happiness, and not just by yourself, within a community, so it feels quite nice. Why is the Nine of Wands the advice, please, Spirit? The Star, again, about healing. Okay, and to do with community, as I said, too. Like, that seems to be a wound that you guys are healing. So, in a way, it's letting your guard down to include yourself in a community, or to reach out to people, like make more friends, or find people who are like-minded to you. Okay, what else? Why is this the advice, Nine of Wands? Seven of Swords reversed. Interesting. Nine of Swords, some worries and fears that you're having around your feelings. I mean, Seven of Swords reversed could potentially mean that you're worried that people are going to deceive you in the future or have ill intentions. Why is this in reverse over loyal hearts? Okay, interesting. Then it's like going back over to focus on money. Seven, I feel like this is also a little bit of like running away from companionship. I wonder if you feel, again, scared. You've been through some stuff. You're worried about opening up again. Why is this in reverse? And the Lovers being on the bottom of the deck there, right? What is this? Okay, Five of Swords to the Ten of Cups. The Hermit and the Two of Cups, which I don't know if they're reversed or not, but again, it does feel very similar to what we said in your past energy. So it does feel a bit like that's an area that needs to be kind of cleared out if you're able to. The Hermit and the Two of Cups is kind of about reflecting on a past connection. I'm going to say past because the Hermit's in your past. And just reflecting on connections in general, right? Because Two of Cups doesn't have to be anyone in particular. It could just be love in general for a lot of you, or friendship, as I was saying, is connection with others. Five of Swords is like a reminder, like, okay, you've let go of people that were not for you, so you can make space for people who are. And that's a little bit of a a shift in perception for you. Like just like the Hanged Man has been showing up a lot in your reading, I do think it's important. Okay, let's look at the Four of, if I can get it, Four of Pentacles. Why is this an advice card for you? Eight of Wands. I do see again that your finances are building up. Four of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Okay, Four of Pentacles clarified by the Four of Pentacles. But what is this holding back or holding on? The Tower. Again, like we said, it's to do with some shakeups, some falling out. Everything that we said about the theme of this week that you're clearly going through, for those who might resonate, it's about holding on to that. Trying to keep that tower from falling apart, or again, holding on to it. The Eight of Wands and the Knight of Cups is about kind of overcoming those feelings and addressing those feelings, that little river, to get to new territory. Okay, so I would say again, stop holding back or holding on to something, because the Eight of Wands says that you'll be moving in the right direction when you let go of something, okay? And in Knight of Cups is, again, you putting yourself back out there, or someone even coming across you, right? Knight of Cups usually is someone in terms of romance, or a good friend, right? Someone who's genuine and authentic. Okay, let's then see one more card for the near future. Energy of the near future. The Five of Wands. Bit of conflict coming up. And justice being there, I mean, that's your energy, Libra. I feel like in the future you are going to be called to bring some balance into a situation. The Five of Wands is just petty conflict, so I'm going to see what this is about. Queen of Cups. Who's in conflict, or what is this conflict? Two of Cups is to do with relationships. Hanged Man again. Okay, what is causing this conflict? It could, again, could be a conflict of feelings again. Yeah, the Five of Wands. Is this an actual argument? The Five of Pentacles. I think it could be potentially arguing with someone again from the past, to be honest. Like, I just feel like it's just round and round, like nothing's really going to, no one's letting each other in, is what I'm seeing with this. The Five of Pentacles, again, people left out in the cold. It's like you're both injured, but no one's really opening up here or wanting to. So I would say dealing with your feelings and emotions about something in the future is very important, because this kind of looks very closed off. And the world is like a new, fresh start, okay? Elsewhere, most likely. Okay? And again, justice is about kind of calling the truth to a situation and creating balance here in something that's unbalanced or unfair. Unbalanced. Okay. Let's then see. What's going on in love for Libra? The Emperor coming through, needing to take control of this area. The Emperor could also be a love interest. Like it could be a father figure. Someone that you may have kids with, right? Not your own. And career and finances. This week. So you're worried about that, which is strange, because I'm seeing a lot of good news there. And the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. That's great. So you guys could be getting an offer. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, it's like half an hour now. So you guys could be getting an offer in terms of your career that could be easing your mind. Okay. So why is the Emperor in a position of love? The Devil. Okay. So this is someone who has some control issues, or some toxic ways. Why is this here in love? Ace of Wands. This is purely sexual. Just have to say that for some of you. So I think that could be some clarification for some of you. I mean, someone's coming in and there's a lot of sexual stuff. By the way, the Devil is also very like obsession at times. But so that could be the reason for clashing and abandonment. It feels like maybe somebody's just kind of just desiring you in other areas are not being fulfilled, right? Anyway, let's see. In terms of love, Eight of Wands, communication coming through from this person. Could be an Aries. Doesn't have to be, though. What is the advice here in terms of love, please, for Libra? Ten of Cups. I guess this is about getting clear on what you want and if people align to that, right? And what should they do about this Emperor or this Devil energy? The Knight of Wands. I think it's like not resisting how someone is. Like, this is very random, but the Knight of Wands feels like this person's character, as I said, very like hot and heavy, like very desired, like, which the Knight of Wands is kind of the player energy for sure. Seven of Wands feels a bit like your advice. It kind of looks like, kind of like putting up those barriers against this person's like attempts to come into your life, for example. But Seven of Wands can also be like trying to block this person from leaving. And I don't know if that's for all of you, but I was just getting that at first, where it's like really kind of wanting someone to change their ways. And I feel like Spirit's way of saying that is to let that, let that go. This person's going to be whoever they want, especially with the Knight of Wands and the devil and all that stuff. Like, this is clearly serving them in some way. So I feel like in a lot of ways, again, protect yourself from this energy and let them go. Because I'm always seeing like this Knight of Wands is trying to get past, and you're like, oh no, like stay. For some, all right, just need to change, but they're not going to. Just for some out there, very specific for someone. Let's look at career and finance, and that could be again trying to control a situation, right? But let's see, why is the Nine of Swords in career, finances? Queen of Cups reversed, Page of Swords, the Stars, so again healing this area. The Queen of Cups reversed is interesting because again it's like a overwhelm of feelings in this area. Page of Swords is like needing to be open and curious, right? Especially that jumping on top of the Four of Pentacles in terms of work, learning a bit more, right? Educating yourself on how to grow your finances in this industry, or how to it's just being expensive is really important. And the Page of Swords is about being curious. There's a weird amount of stuff coming through here. The Moon, some things or some information might be hidden from you, and also diving deeper into potentially some suppressed feelings that you have in this area. Five of Wands, some of you could be dealing with some sneaky people in the workspace, people who the Page of Swords you have a weird feeling about. Five of Wands is conflict. Two of Swords is a need to make a difficult decision, and most likely is to cut something out in the workspace, which is interesting. And maybe for some of you that's where there'll be more growth, or going into like a different, just a different company, for example, if one company's got a lot of drama there. Okay, my angels, trust your intuition on that one. But anyway, my angels, thank you for being here with me another half an hour. So I appreciate you guys for staying. If you have for this long, let me know in the comments how it resonates with you, and also like and subscribe if you feel cool to, and I will see you guys next time. Okay.